What if another version of you is living a completely different life right now, in a parallel universe? Every choice you've made could have created a new reality, unfolding beyond our reach. It sounds like science fiction, but top scientists at NASA and CERN are uncovering shocking evidence that parallel universes might not only exist, but could be affecting your life in ways you never imagined. And the strangest part? Déjà vu, ghost sightings, and bizarre glitches in reality may be glimpses into these hidden worlds. Stay till the end, because I'm about to reveal the mind-blowing proof. And this is just a part one. Part two will take us even deeper into the mysteries of the multiverse. Imagine waking up one morning and finding yourself in a slightly different version of your life. Your house looks the same, but small details have changed. The coffee brand in your kitchen is one you've never bought before, yet you remember drinking it for years. Your phone has contacts you don't recognize, and people recall events that never happened to you. Could this be proof that we are slipping between parallel universes without even realizing it? Scientists have long debated whether our universe is the only one in existence, or if we are part of something far greater, a multiverse where infinite versions of reality coexist. And if this is true, what does it mean for us? Let's break down the leading theories behind parallel universes. Multiverse theory suggests that our universe is just one of countless others, each with its own rules, physics, and even different versions of you and me. This idea is not just science fiction, it's rooted in real physics. According to cosmologists, the Big Bang might not have been a one-time event, but rather one of an infinite series of cosmic explosions, each creating a new universe. This theory is based on the idea that space itself is infinite. And if that's true, then everything that can possibly happen must happen somewhere. This means that in another universe, a version of you might be living in an advanced civilization thousands of years ahead of us. In another, you might not even exist. One of the most fascinating ideas in physics is the concept of bubble universes. Imagine that each universe is like a soap bubble floating in an endless cosmic sea. These bubbles are constantly forming, expanding, and possibly even colliding with each other. This idea comes from inflation theory, which suggests that right after the Big Bang, space expanded at an unimaginable speed, creating countless pockets of reality, each forming its own universe with its own set of physical laws. Some universes might have different forces of gravity, while others might have elements unknown to our periodic table. What's even more mind-blowing? Scientists believe that if two universes were ever to collide, it could create a cosmic event so powerful that it might even leave traces in our own universe, possibly explaining mysteries like the unexplained cold spots in space. If the bubble universes are floating separately, brain theory suggests something very different, that universes exist side by side like pages in a book, separated only by an invisible layer. This idea comes from string theory, which proposes that the fabric of reality consists of tiny vibrating strings in higher dimensions we cannot see. If brain theory is correct, then another universe could be just a millimeter away from us, but we would never know it because we are trapped in our own page. However, some physicists suggest that certain high-energy cosmic events, like black holes, might actually be tearing holes in these brains, potentially allowing brief interactions between different universes. Could this explain ghost sightings, UFOs, or even glitches in reality? Some believe so. Perhaps the most fascinating and personal idea of parallel universes comes from quantum mechanics, specifically the many worlds interpretation. This theory suggests that every decision you make doesn't just determine your future. It actually creates a new universe where you made the opposite choice. For example, if you decide to have coffee instead of tea, in another universe, a version of you chose tea instead. And these tiny differences accumulate over time, leading to radically different versions of reality. According to this idea, there are infinite versions of you right now, some living completely different lives, others perhaps almost identical to yours, but with one crucial difference. This theory is supported by the double-slit experiment, where a single particle seems to exist in multiple places at the same time, suggesting that reality itself is constantly splitting into multiple possibilities. The idea of parallel universes is one of the most exciting and controversial in modern science. While we don't yet have direct proof, new experiments at CERN, quantum computing, and space observations are bringing us closer to discovering whether we are truly alone or part of an infinite web of realities. But here's the mind-blowing part. What if we have already experienced evidence of parallel universes, but we just don't recognize it? The Mandela effect, unexplained disappearances, déjà vu, could these be signs of reality shifting in ways we don't yet understand? In the next segment, we'll explore real-life evidence and mysterious phenomena that could prove parallel universes are not just a theory, but a reality. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity changed the way we understand space and time. According to his equations, time isn't absolute. It stretches and bends depending on gravity and motion. This means time is not as rigid as we once thought. But there's more. The equations of general relativity also allow for the existence of extra dimensions, realities beyond our perception. In simple terms, just as a two-dimensional creature living on a piece of paper can't perceive the third dimension, we might be trapped in a three-dimensional world without realizing that higher dimensions exist around us. Some physicists believe that time travel or even access to parallel universes might be possible if we could somehow navigate these hidden dimensions. But how can we prove this? That's where quantum mechanics comes in. One of the strangest and most famous experiments in physics is the double-slit experiment. When scientists shoot tiny particles, like electrons or photons, toward a barrier with two slits, something mind-boggling happens. If we don't observe them, the particles behave like waves passing through both slits at the same time, as if they exist in multiple places at once. But the moment we observe them, they suddenly behave like solid particles, choosing only one path. This suggests that at a fundamental level, reality isn't fixed. It's influenced by observation. But here's where it gets even weirder. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics propose that every time a quantum choice is made, the universe splits into multiple realities. This is called the many worlds interpretation, where every possible outcome actually happens, but in a different universe. For example, if you flip a coin, in one universe it lands on heads, while in another it lands on tails. If this is true, then parallel universes might not just be a theory, they could be a natural consequence of how reality works. String theory takes the idea of extra dimensions even further. It suggests that the fundamental building blocks of the universe aren't particles, but tiny vibrating strings of energy. These strings exist in at least 10 dimensions, 7 of which are completely hidden from us. Scientists believe that these extra dimensions might contain entire other universes, parallel to ours but existing at a slightly different vibrational frequency. If these theories hold true, then parallel universes may not just be science fiction, they could be a reality beyond our grasp. Some physicists even speculate that these parallel universes might interact with ours through quantum entanglement, black holes, or other unknown cosmic phenomena. Could this explain déjà vu, ghost sightings, or even bizarre glitches in reality? One thing is certain, the deeper we dive into the laws of physics, the more it seems like parallel universes might already exist, and we're only beginning to uncover their secrets.